Hey, welcome back. Today we're checking out episode 6 from season 1 of The Last of Us, Kin. Thoughts on the last episode are on the back half of there. Now, HBO didn't have the name posted for the episode, so I popped over onto IMDb just to check, and while there I saw, there was a young girl in the thumbnail for this episode, which leads me to believe we are in Riley territory, and yeah. But first, in regards to the previous episode, Kathleen, I'm glad she was only there for an episode or two. I think I said that she was fun, but it's like we had other characters saying why she was important and why it worked, but it wasn't really demonstrated as far as I could tell. I thought it was funny though that she had mentioned kids die all the time, and it was a kid, clicker that jumped on her. Had no problem with giving more backstory to Henry and to Sam and to the Kansas City people and the hunters and all that, but if everyone's just gonna get murked that episode anyways, why not spend time more on Henry and Sam and not as much on the hunters and all that shit? I don't know. I just think that may have been more appropriate, but what do I know? I mentioned earlier in the intro that I saw Riley on IMDb when I checked the name of the episode, so let's just get this out of the way. In the game, the Riley stuff was cut back and forth between the present, with her and Joel, and the past, and the story kind of made sense. It echoed, rhymed a little bit. But we haven't gotten to that point in the story yet where that happened with Ellie and Joel, and then it cuts back to the Riley, and cuts back to the present, and cuts to the past with Riley. So I don't know if this episode is going to do that, kind of like they did with the Henry and Sam episode with perspective and showing things. Is it going to be more like the Bill and Frank episode? Are we going to linger there for the most part on her and Riley? Or are things going to be happening in the present and then she's, we're going to jump around? I don't know. I'm really curious. Yeah, the episode just aired. I've recorded a bunch this weekend, and I should be editing, but this is my little treat to myself. Going to end off the weekend with this, so here we go with Season 1, Episode 6 of The Last of Us, Kin. Jesus. HBO.
What did I do?
Oh, now back to this.
Oh, God.
3 months later. Wonder if the rabbit from The Last of Us meme is gonna show up. Well, rabbits, okay. Shit.
Who the hell are you?
Just someone passing through.
Why did you shoot him?
The gun's all the way over there. He didn't hurt me, by the way.
Yeah, I got eyes.
Can I come down?
No.
Who's this little psycho?
Never mind.
She is like a...
You telling the truth?
Yeah?
Are you telling me the truth?
Yeah?
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Tonka.
Tonka.
Here. Tonka.
So you haven't heard the name Tommy?
Nope.
What about the Fireflies?
We get those in the summer.
Not the bugs, the people.
There are firefly people?
These mutations are crazy.
We never seen who's out there, but we see the bodies they leave behind. Brother's west of the river. He's gone.
Or he's in that pack of assholes.
You don't seriously believe them.
They've lived here a long time.
You stealing a rabbit?
Put that back.
Joel, are you okay? Joel?
Shut up.
Holy shit, are you dying?
Cold air.
No. I don't know if that was a medical thing or a psychological thing. I don't understand what just happened there, but I'm going to keep my mind on it.
Should have stolen 2 rabbits.
We can get our own rabbits.
You gonna teach me how?
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Where'd that come from?
Can I have some?
No.
What, just to warm up? Come on.
Yeah, you trust her with a gun, you can give her a sip.
Yep. So gross. Let's say we find the Fireflies, it all works. Then what? Like, what do we do?
Oh, it's we?
Teach you how to play guitar when this is all over, Ellie. I think you really like that.
An old farmhouse, some land, a ranch. I would raise sheep.
Ellie and Dina had a sheep farm, didn't they?
Sally fucking lied. best astronaut name ever. I rubbed some of my blood into his bite. I know, it was stupid, but
She tried, had a little hope.
She's no fool. If she says they can do it, they can do it.
Wow, it's like the first affirmation he's given to even the idea of it being legitimate.
I woke up early. You were passed out, so I took second watch.
You can't do things like this.
But I can. 'Cause I just did. What can I say, man? I'm a natural.
Bella is starting to grow on me as Ellie. It's taken a little while, but once they start to connect, that's where the magic is.
Wake me up next time.
Are we getting close to Jackson, that little settlement?
You don't know how to whistle?
Does it sound like I know how to whistle?
No.
I can't do it with the hand. That's always been
Seriously,
weird.
though, how the fuck do you do that? Whatever.
Yo, the hydroelectric dam, they're doing it,
Damn.
maybe. Damn, yeah.
Hey, I just have a question. Is this a goddamn?
So that made electricity?
Yeah. Don't ask me. I don't have a clue.
Ah, they cut it
You
off.
could have just made something up. I would have believed you.
In the game, he kind of fumbled through it before she called him out for not knowing it.
We ain't looking for any trouble. We're just passing through.
They got dogs to sniff them.
Last chance for a bullet. If you're infected, he will smell it and he will rip you up.
Oh, she's... Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that. She's actually bit, though.
Just looking for my brother,
What's your name?
Joel.
The only thing I can think of is that's Maria and Tommy's talked to her about his brother. Are we gonna get to meet Callus, or is that gonna be in the future? Damn.
Tommy!
I don't even recognize him. I mean, we didn't see him that much in the first episode, but...
What the fuck you doing here?
Okay, a little bit more
I'm gonna
now,
save
the
you.
voice. Yeah, she's never seen him that happy about anything, not even Tess. Oh, the room!
What?
What's wrong with you?
What about her manners?
She was just curious. Kids around here don't usually look or talk like you.
Maybe I'll teach them.
Disruptor.
They also
Bad influence.
A bad reputation doesn't mean you're bad.
Not always, at least.
Stick a pin in that one, please. Major implications across the series and both games.
Maria is family, actually.
Oh shit. Congrats.
Yeah, your tone shift.
How do you keep this place quiet?
Carefully. Being in the middle of nowhere helps. Not advertising what we have, saying off the radio. House of worship, multi-faith.
Hey Joe, check it. So,
Everything you see in our town, greenhouses, livestock, all shared. Collective ownership.
what's your name?
Shimmer.
Shimmer. So
Shimmer.
beautiful.
We'll see them again later.
Doesn't seem like you aged much.
You, on the other hand.
Why didn't he return the call, or did something happen? Like,
So you know where they might be? These Fireflies?
They got a base down at the University of Eastern Colorado. Yeah, I can't go.
Oh, come on. If you knew the shit that I've been through, Tommy, trying to find you these last few months.
I'm gonna be a father.
I was trying to find a way to say that this is playing out differently, and now this explains why. He's more... Wow. Okay, Tommy.
I feel like I'd be a good dad.
Guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. Just because life stopped for you doesn't mean it has to stop for me.
Once again, slight alteration to how it played out, but for the change of Maria's pregnant, that totally changes his emotional beat, and I got no problem with it. Is he having anxiety attacks? Is that what it was earlier? Like, oh, Sarah's hair. That's fucked up. This framing is of the scene.
Gross.
Kevin and Sarah. So who's Kevin? Is that maybe she had a kid prior?
No, I was an assistant district attorney out of Omaha, Nebraska. You were looking at the little memorial Tommy made? And kid, just Kevin. Sarah was Joel's daughter. The only people who can betray us
They're the ones we trust 100%. My way of life. Yeah, look, his boot was fucked up. That's why he was taping around it.
Figured I'd save you the trouble.
Hey, you figure they walk their boots and clothes to pieces to ribbons out in the wild. They don't have more clothes.
I shouldn't have said what I said. I know you're happy for me. It's complicated for you.
She's immune. She got infected, but she didn't get sick. Tommy, that was months ago. Months.
After Maria's conversation with Ellie about we can only be betrayed by the ones we trust, he's telling his brother this. I hope he keeps it cool.
She hired us to smuggle her to some Fireflies. It went bad. Tess got bit. And today I thought that dog was going to tear her apart because it smelled something on her. And all I did was stand there. I was so afraid.
How dare they make Joel vulnerable in absolutely hopeless situations.
Lately there are these moments where the fear comes up out of nowhere and my heart, it feels like it stopped. And I have dreams.
I don't say, are we in PTSD territory or is it just panic attacks?
You want me to take her? I'm just going to get her killed, I know it. Well, here's your chance to bring your kid into a better world. It's the last thing I'll ever ask of you.
But it's like a 2-week ride, didn't you say? Or a week ride, so he'll be going 2 weeks. He'll be gone for 2 weeks. People will fucking notice.
Is this really all they had to worry about?
They are gonna do it.
Boys, movies. What are you so afraid of? I'm not her, you know. Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody fucking except for you! So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
Doing word for word up in this bitch. It's so good. Oh, we're in the past. The watch is fixed. Oh, are we gonna get a dream of Sarah, you bastards? Look at her all packed up and not runned off already.
You came here to say goodbye or something?
No. I came here to steal one of these horses and go. You deserve a choice. I still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Of course, the game is different because there are elements and sections they have to put in there where you fight infected or fight hunters or random-ass people. They could skip that and just have the emotional scene here in Jackson.
Can I borrow that?
Yeah. Adios, big brother.
Are we training her?
You're flinching.
The target's too small.
I made it bigger than I should have.
Doesn't aim right. You'll see.
Being off by a little bit at a distance, it is way off by the time it gets out there, the round.
Nice and slow.
You gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant? It isn't gonna work. It doesn't aim right. You dick.
Why are we getting the credits music? Asshole. This is credits on the game. I don't want this right here. Okay.
Houses, stores, that kind of thing. We were called contractors.
1099 life, bro.
Yeah, we were cool. Everybody loved contractors.
No, they don't.
It's called a turnover.
Turnover.
A turnover.
But if you make it to 10 yards, then you're back to first down?
Yep.
I love being wrong. Like, there's no way we're doing the Riley stuff now, but...
I think it was just as much about partying and finding themselves as anything else. Figuring out what they wanted to do with their lives. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer.
Shut up.
The way they're connecting the dots on these tidbits is so...
Come on, man. I'm not gonna lie. Are those monkeys?
Sounds like.
Must be from the old labs.
Look at them go.
First time seeing a monkey?
First time seeing a monkey.
They're just taking scenes out of the game, man. It's so ridiculous, but it works. I've just been smirking for 10 minutes, man. Like, I want this episode to end before it gets really bad. And then all next episode can just be a disaster.
At least it ain't clickers.
Yeah, no fireflies either.
I'm happy to see them outside, but I'm also confused, but I'll talk about that later.
Joe!
Jesus. Nope, we got a break. Okay, that's what I was worried about, something like that. Bang, bang, bang. He didn't fall on rebar. He got fucking shanked out front.
Joel? Joel, no, shit! Joel, you gotta get up. I can't fucking do this without you.
Looking like, the Riley stuff is gonna be next episode, you know? I've just been wrong the whole fucking time. That's cool. It's more appropriate that it would happen after Joel is injured, because that's where the DLC picks up. Okay! Not what I was expecting, but, you know, a breather, a moment of reprieve, and now a grievous injury at the end. Let's get on to that outro, shall we? Season 1, Episode 6, Kin. After ignoring the advice of locals, Joel and Ellie descend deeper into dangerous territory in search of the Fireflies and Tommy. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go back to IMDb, because I could swear that they had, like, Riley's picture on the screen for this episode. And then that threw my brain in the loop, because, like, it doesn't fit into where it did in the game, the DLC, unless he's been injured, but he doesn't get injured till he gets to the university, but we can't get there till we get to Jackson and Tommy, so there's a picture of Riley on the, is it a Ferris wheel or a merry-go-round? They both, like, there's a picture of her on there, so, okay, it's not just me. Anyways, besides all that, solid episode. We did need a break after the Sam and Henry stuff. The characters need to settle. Ellie at the end of the last episode was so, you know, which way is west? You know, after burying Sam and Henry. They're getting a lot closer to, you know, the surrogate mother or surrogate father and daughter relationship. And I did like the scene of her confronting him about being abandoned, or you're just handing me off, you know, to your brother to do it the rest of the way. I don't want to hit too hard on that scene, but it was absolutely magical in the game. I don't know if it was the timing or the delivery, but, and I think that's one of the reasons why this, you know, why Bella's version of Ellie took a while to grow on me, because the game is X amount of hours long, and, you know, you kind of work through those phases and periods where they don't really care for each other, and then once it gets to a point where there's trust and they build more trust and dependability on each other, and, you know, that's when their relationship really blooms in the game, and that's what's happening now in the show. I think I could probably say it started last episode. So yeah, Tommy's still alive, Maria's there, we saw Jackson in its full glory. You know, we didn't really see that much of Jackson in the first game. We saw, like, the power plant area and the dam. You know, I think you, like, looked over a hill and saw Jackson a little bit, but I imagine since this has been renewed for a second season, they're going to dip into the second game, and if that's the case, I imagine Jackson will still be there unless they do another deviation. But side note, it's hard, having seen so many playthroughs of the game and now watching the show, to not try to draw comparisons in, like, because you've got the lore, you've got the emotional beats, and with the show they're getting to there in different ways sometimes, and then the outcome is slightly changed. I think I mentioned it in the reaction, though. A lot of the game, you know, there's character building and world building between the major beats where you're fighting infected or random asshole humans or whatever, and they're kind of like just getting to the parts they need to get to, but at the same time it does not feel rushed. It does not feel rushed, and I know the source material, so it's hard for me to try to look at this through the eyes of someone who does not know the material at all, because I can't unknow what I know. So anyways, this was a lot of fun. It was good to see this episode after the Super Bowl weekend one, where we got it a little early, so that means this one we had to wait a little longer for. Maybe that also helped with the Sam and Henry recovery. But with Joel being injured and winter being upon them, I do not feel good about the immediate future for these characters. But we'll have to wait till next Sunday to see, because this does it for me for now. Thank you all so much for being here. I look forward to that episode and hope to see you then. Thanks again, and goodbye.